You're on.
I think we definitely need these. This is loud in here. Should we use these or no? Okay. Hi. I'm Josh. So we've been on the road for like 5 years now, but we're kind of like nearing the end of this tour, and a lot of times when that happens, this guy will get sick, or like something will happen. When we also just flew, we were over in Italy. We were playing over there, and the other thing that will like get people sick sometimes is just flying back and forth like to other countries and stuff. So unfortunately, he's like kind of almost out of a voice, and then we have a show tonight, and then a couple more, and then we go back over to Europe. So that's why we can't really do that. What are you doing over there? Just make sure,
boring.
make sure there's a good filter on there.
I'm gonna do the rewind thing.
Oh, okay. Well,
So it's slow motion.
so it look real dumb.
This is actually a seminar on Snapchat.
Yeah, I'm gonna teach you which filters are the best.
Josh is the best at that.
The slow-mo one's good. So anyway, I guess we'll probably just take some questions or something.
Yeah, man.
If anybody has questions.
Who's got a question? Over here, in the front.
Yes.
Are you guys still
Oh,
gonna be
hold on,
playing
wait,
this?
hold on, sorry. It's really
Living the
awkward.
premium
She got
life
handed a
right now. I got
microphone,
the
and
Oh, she was giving it like.
then he takes her, so it's kind of confusing. So
Okay, my
You-
Well,
Well,
we'll come to you
first-
next because I can't even hear you without a
I'm
microphone.
sorry.
I mean, it's such a giant room.
What do your tattoos mean?
Good question. So I'm trying not to talk. I'm gonna try to keep it real short because I'm trying not to talk. Usually I have to wear a sign that says I'm not allowed to talk. I took the sign off before I walked in. For me, a tattoo is, well, it's funny. What we're gonna do today.
Should we explain that?
Should we? I guess we could. I'm gonna skip the tattoo question because basically tattoos represent what it is that I believe in. What I believe is very personal to me, and I believe that it should be a conversation one-on-one instead of me having a microphone talking down to anyone about what it is that they believe. So I like to keep that conversation kind of a personal thing. But that being said, Josh and I, last night, we came up with this really good idea. Do you want to tell them your idea?
Yeah, okay.
Well, tell me how
We're going to announce it today, so don't Snapchat this because this is...
Yeah.
Wait
Are
for
you-
the Snapchat.
are you like
Put Snapchat away for a second.
Are you periscoping like now?
Yeah.
we
I'm
gotta
gonna
send
send
her
her
videos
videos
because
because she's at school right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
No,
keep it on the down
no,
low.
we're gonna do this today, so people will find out, but you guys are just the first to know. So keep that in here.
Like 6 hours, it won't.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that's true.
So we found out about the Twitter poll on the poll thing that you do on Twitter.
So we were
It's
tweeting.
amazing. It's our favorite thing. So, yeah, that's what I voted to on my own thing. Anyway,
You
so
can vote on your own poll.
yeah, I voted on my own poll.
Well, if anyone doesn't know, Twitter did this new update where you can pick two things. You can say, hey, what do you like better? And then you put one option or another option, and then instead of favoriting or retweeting, you can pick which one you like. And the poll lasts for 24 hours, and it shows like whatever wins at the end of that or something like that.
So we were trying to figure out different like poll options, and at one point, Tyler was just like, what if we just put Tyler or Josh on there and just like. But here's the thing. So we came up with. So then we decided let's put Tyler or Josh, and for 24 hours we're gonna campaign who's gonna win. But then we had to decide. It's like the winner of this. What does that winner get? And so what we decided is that the winner after 24 hours, the winner gets the opportunity to tattoo their name on the other person.
On stage.
On stage. So So later today we're gonna put up a poll, Tyler or Josh. If Tyler wins, he gets to tattoo his name on my body. If I win, I tattoo his name
Yeah, but
on
don't worry.
stage.
I suggest don't vote right away because we have like a few debates planned where you'll really get to see the insides of our policies
Yeah,
and what we stand for. So make sure you don't rush that decision.
yeah, and think carefully.
And also vote for me.
Yeah.
I think, here's what I think. It's like, okay, because we were talking about this, I think I'm gonna get dominated. I think it's like, oh, I know the band, I know Josh real well, like Josh is like the fun guy. I'm gonna vote for Josh, that's what I think.
It's a fun guy?
Yeah, you're
He's the most fun guy that I know.
Oh, stop. See, he's trying to be nice to get your votes right now. He's working you already.
Just working out.
So, yeah, we have some, Mark, our good friend, he's like coming up with some cool,
Material. Some
material.
content.
Yeah.
Great question.
So tattoos are very important to us.
Yeah, they're very important.
So
Now,
over here.
yeah.
Can you guys give us a hint on who's opening for Emotional Roadshow?
Yeah. We have no idea.
I'm thinking about opening.
No, actually, honestly, it's something that, I mean, there's a lot of options we haven't decided yet, to be very
I have
honest
no
with
idea.
you. So it could be Celine Dion. It could be, one or two of the Dixie Chicks. Could be Journey. Someone named Journey?
Drake?
Could be
He
Drake.
keeps asking us.
Yeah.
We haven't decided yet, though.
We keep on ignoring his DMs.
Yeah.
Volunteer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Any-
Other questions? Show your hand. Right here, in front with the white.
Okay, well first, my best friend, he lives in Greece and he wants you guys to go there. So if you guys could tour in Greece.
Is that a question?
Part two.
It's more you telling us what to do.
Do you have any plans to go to Greece at all?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know, actually. I kind of don't know where I'm going to be tomorrow. But I don't think it's Greece. But hopefully, I had a friend that went to Greece once and said it was awesome. So maybe we will go. 'Cause
Yeah.
it sounds awesome.
Okay.
Anyone else? Question?
Oh, I have one. So I'm from Blanchester, Ohio.
Oh.
Do you know where that is? No, you don't.
No, I haven't heard of
But
it.
did you guys ever travel south to Cincinnati for chili?
Yes.
Okay, are you a Gold Star or Skyline?
I'm a
guys?
Skyline guy.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
We
Is
have
that
Skyline
okay?
in Columbus, too.
Do you really?
Yeah.
we do.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, I know it started in Cincinnati and it's like the major.
It's
big
Greece
craze.
chili. It's Greek chili.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've kind of been to
Yeah?
Yeah, tell your friend we've already been there.
Greece. Yeah. We need chili.
Good question. Where is
Blanchester is 17 miles southeast of Xenia.
okay, yes.
I know where that is.
The X one.
Nothing. There's nothing there. Absolutely nothing.
Except for chili.
Okay. You guys, questions? This is 21 Pilots.
Oh yeah, where's one of those?
Yeah.
All right.
And so are you.
It's really loud. Okay, kind of going off of the food thing. If you guys could eat one food for the rest of your lives, then only that, what would it be?
I decided at a young age that it would probably just be cereal. I'm fine with it. I love cereal.
That was something you said at a young age.
It's probably like 5. Except when I was young, my mom always she would, because I would always always naturally just go for the unhealthy, like you're just like Fruit Loops or whatever. And
Hold on, don't you have to pick a type of cereal?
Yeah,
Why?
specific. Do you not
so
have
if
a
I
favorite
said
cereal?
tacos, then you'd be like, what's in it?
Well, no, hold on.
You only
She said-
have rice in it.
But then I would just say Italian. That's a lot of different things.
Cereal's more specific than Italian, I think. Yeah,
but
that's a specific thing.
But then there's like the good cereal. the
If you
good
said
forty-
spaghetti, then I could be like, well, what kind of spaghetti? Is it whole wheat grain spaghetti, or is it like the regular?
Or is it Frosted Flakes?
How specific are we getting?
Yeah.
What is your favorite cereal?
That's another
Okay.
question.
Okay, Tyler didn't answer. What is Tyler's favorite food?
My favorite food? Not my favorite food, what I would eat for the rest
What would
of my
you
life.
eat for the rest of your life? Yes. One thing.
Josh's cooking.
Like cooking?
Yeah.
So I could make anything,
Yeah.
but I only know how to make Pop-Tarts.
And cereal. Josh can only make cereal, so I guess we're both just eating cereal.
You
for the
guys are a
rest of
good
our life.
fit, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go ahead and pass it over.
Keep it going. This is
Yeah.
What inspires you to make music?
Cereal. that's like going right out of that into
Yeah.
some a little more.
One of the things that attracts me to songwriting is being able to talk about some things that may not feel right to talk about in most settings. You know, the questions that you have as a human being, sometimes those thoughts and those questions don't even feel right to be brought up with close friends and family even. I remember the first time I showed my parents a song that I'd written, I was worried about what they would say about the lyrics because there was a lot of doubt in there. I was afraid they would maybe correct me or push me into a certain direction with my thoughts. And when they heard the song, all they said was, "That's great." And that was it. And I realized that they weren't going to judge me and they weren't going to, I don't know, for me, songwriting allowed me to get some of those thoughts out without having to like own up to them. So that helps.
I think when we were growing up too, and even now, not just when we were growing up, there were just, obviously there's hard times in life, and there are good times in life, and for me, I've always been drawn to music, listening to it to kind of just get me through whether it's a bad time or a good time. And there are bands that I can, remember growing up that I would turn to a lot. And I think for both of us, we've had conversations about, if we're playing music and at the end of our career, whenever this thing's done or whenever we're done as humans, if we could be that to at least one other person, then that's a success for us. So I think that's kind of like a motivation as well, was just like realizing what music has done for us and then seeing if we could be a part of that for somebody else too.
Anybody else?
Off of the Blurryface album, like what song did you put most of your heart and soul into?
Oh, that's unfair.
Pick your favorite.
Yeah.
Favorite song? Most heart and soul. I guess there was one song that I started writing a long time ago and could never finish. And so in a sense, it was the oldest song on the record, but then I couldn't finish it all the way through the writing process. And then right at the end of the writing process of that record, I was able to finish it. So it's both the oldest song and the newest song as far as when it was finished. And it's the Goner at the end of the record. And so I guess because it bookends the entire experience, that snapshot in my life where Blurryface was a record that I was trying to write, I guess Goner would kind of represent that the best. So.
Sorry, I don't know.
You have another question?
I do have another question.
Okay.
I feel like I disrupted with the whole Snapchat thing, but
Yeah, no.
I guess it's kind of like two in one question. Can I ask you a question about Jenna?
There's one.
Just one. Well, can
No,
I-
that was one already.
That was your first question of two.
I do what I want. I'm punk rock.
Okay. Sure.
How is Jenna here today with you?
My wife, her name is Jenna. Yesterday was 7 months we were married. That's pretty cool. Is that really, do you really congratulate me so much? Is that a thing? Yeah, no, she's been on the road with us, and it's been a lot of fun having her for me, so. And she actually does a really good job, taking care of Josh and I in different settings, like, a lot of times it's hard to get the right type of food, or we don't take care of our bodies very well, and we don't eat very well, and all of a sudden we have this kind of very nurturing spirit on the road who's like, you should eat that, you should eat this, and so kind of changing the way we do things. And so, but no, yeah, she's here in town today, so.
I don't have to listen to her though, so I can still eat.
Yeah, he doesn't, I do.
All right, I think right over here we had a question. Just belt it out.
Okay.
Yeah, we got you.
I wanted to be really loud.
You're good.
Okay, so first of all, Josh, you said that you voted on your own poll, is that how you say it, on Twitter, and you can't vote on your own poll on Twitter.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, so he lied to us.
I vote
But
mustache.
you can't vote on your own poll.
I'm voting right now. Mustache. That's my vote.
Okay, but my other question is, have you guys been to Mall of America yet? And what did you do?
We've been there before a few times.
A lot.
It's too big.
I saw Kelly Clarkson perform there.
Did you really?
And
Were we on tour? Was this earlier?
I think I was on the road with a different band.
Oh.
She
Was it Kelly Clarkson?
yeah. This was back in the day when I used to play for smaller bands like Kelly Clarkson. But I think the most memorable time of that trip was not Kelly Clarkson. You're doing it again.
There it is.
Yeah, just all you have to do is put it on silent, and it won't.
Well, doesn't it, like, when you upload it, it's also silent on your show?
No, why would you do that?
See, I told you what this was in the beginning. This is a Snapchat seminar.
Yeah, this is. Anybody else have questions about Snapchat? I'll tell you. Yeah, we went to eat Chipotle and go to the Lego store.
Didn't you ride a roller coaster in there?
Yeah, I have. And also there's like the climbing thing that you can
Go on the SpongeBob one. The SpongeBob roller coaster. Go straight up, go straight up.
Oh, I think I may have done
I
that.
went on that when I was 9.
Really?
It started.
Next question.
All right here.
Hi. So what's your favorite song to dance to?
Every song ever. What do we?
Don't look at me. She asking
Are
you.
you asking me?
I'm asking both of you.
Yeah, there we go. See?
Really? My favorite song to dance to is probably "Cry Me a River" by Justin Timberlake. I've like memorized all of his like woos and stuff, so I like feel like I can move and then do the woo really well. Josh, this is probably Connor.
Probably not. It's got it just kind of forces you to dance.
The worst
One of those
dancing
songs.
song ever.
It's not a good dancing song. I don't really dance, so
It's not true. He dances.
I don't.
Show us the moves right now.
Maybe American Idiot by Green Day.
Yeah, it's a little foot tapper.
Yeah.
Cool.
I think we have time for just a couple more. Who hasn't gone yet? Let's go all the way to the other side here. I'll bring it to you.
What are your guys' favorite songs to play live? And why?
I think that kind of changes all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But one that's stayed pretty consistent, I think, for me and for both of us. Is that the old album artwork on your pocket? That's sweet. I got distracted. The song Trees has just always been one of my favorites to play. vibe, and I think it's one that we'll usually play at the end of the set, and kind of throughout the set, it's our goal to kind of try and perform or put on a show, be as energetic as possible, and a lot of that comes from just being two of us and realizing that we need to kind of step it up a little bit because there's, not other things or people to look at. And so it's kind of our goal. I feel like I should just look at your phones when I'm talking. I feel like it's kind of our goal to just be exhausted by the end of the show. And if we have energy left at the end of the show, then we probably didn't do good enough. So by the time that comes, I'm usually kind of physically just so tired. But there's something about it that when it starts, I sort of feel just kind of like refreshed in every sense. I feel like it's like the beginning of the set somehow. And I think we both just kind of use that one in a sense. The whole set is kind of like for everybody in the room. But then that one I think we kind of use for ourselves in a way. And so there's just something special about that one.
I agree with that.
One more question? Let's do one more before we do some pictures. So one more question. Let's go in the back here. We haven't gotten the back yet.
Hi.
Hi.
Okay. What are like your top 2 or 3 pet peeves with each other?
Finally. Well, there's a couple that we've already been pretty public about.
Yeah.
He doesn't, yes, exactly. He doesn't, I feel like you got a bad rap for this. I also feel like you've gotten better at it since I called you out. Josh sometimes doesn't dry off all the way when he gets out of the shower. And I don't know, it just kind of, I just feel like drying you off for yourself. Dry your shoulders up before you put a t-shirt on.
I was in Columbus. We were back home for a second, and I was out to eat with my brother and his roommate. And his roommate comes up to me and he's like, "Hey, I saw some interview where Tyler's talking about you don't dry off all the way. It's like, living with your brother Jordan."
No way.
He's the exact same way. Like, he'll just kind of like shower and then just like hop into bed.
What kind of crazy person does that?
I guess it's just
You don't have time.
he gets it from me. Yeah, there's no time. That's the thing.
I have like
He's
a
such a busy guy.
dry off routine. I do like the exact same motion every time, and I pride myself on being like, I'm dry now. And then this guy walks into my life soaking wet.
I let Mother Nature do it.
Yeah.
I
So that's one.
Yeah, that's one of them.
And then the one for me.
Yeah, does it? Yeah, do you know that one? Yeah. When I was a senior in high school, I was older than that. I don't know. At some point, my family hosted a kid from Korea named Won-il, and
He's a legend.
yeah, but he when we'd be eating dinner, I would have to clear out of the room because he would chew so loud. Like it would just be so loud, and it's like something that I just couldn't eat around him because it was just like, I don't know. That's something that just kind of gets to me, I guess. So a little bit later, I'm out to eat with Tyler. And the same thing. He's just chomping on his food.
I like to get
And
into it.
He says it tastes better.
You can really,
the more you hear it, the
taste
better
it better
tastes.
when you really let oxygen hit it.
But, so that's, and I will say I think I haven't noticed it in a while, so I think you've probably gotten better at that too. So
Thanks, man.
this just goes to show that if you call your friends out on stuff, you gotta be a real friend and call them out.
Yeah.
Then maybe they'll think about it and they'll work on
And
it.
get better.
I do. I think about it a lot. Like I get out of the shower, I'm like, all right, I gotta make sure this is all dry, this is dry. So
And a lot of the food I've been eating has not tasted as good, but I'm trying to keep my mouth closed.
yeah.
as I eat. Let's do one more each. She said like a couple.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay.
those are the ones we've already said. I guess this is a moment where we can talk about ones we haven't.
I probably know some about myself that probably bother Tyler.
What? Shut up.
And I remember one actually from years ago.
What? Hold
That we
on.
had a conversation about.
Okay, what is this?
So when I'm in a like hotel room and I need to shave, I don't really care that much about shaving like over the sink. So I'll just like go up to a mirror and just do it, like shave my face onto the floor. And I remember you were just like, what in the heck are you doing?
Yeah,
Like, why would you do that?
That kind of blew my mind, honestly. You just
But
kinda
my philosophy-
shaved your
and
face
actually-
over top of the carpet.
I actually do that at home too.
What?
Reason why is because it's a lot easier for me to clean, because I'll just run a vacuum over it. But with the sink, it's like all in the knobs of the sink and like all over, and you have to like get a whole paper towel thing and like rub down the entire
You think
surface.
you're getting it all, but it's in the carpet.
That's
You
fine.
don't know, as long as you don't see
But
it.
you do know when it's all over your sink.
That's
I've
true.
cleaned your sink before.
That's true. I'm not good at that.
But I get, people walking all over my whiskers. That's kind of gross, I guess. It's usually off in a corner. though,
Something my grandpa would say.
Like a cat.
So I need to come up with one for you. Or no, that was one for. I have to come up with one
Oh,
for
yeah.
myself.
Oh yeah.
That I think that you think about me.
Yeah. Well,
You've made this very
was I right
complicated.
though? That was kind of like a pet peeve.
Yeah, I thought you changed that about yourself, honestly.
I just do it when you're not around now.
Copy that. I'm trying to think.
Or just think of another one about me.
No, I know I have stuff.
I'm ready for another life change.
I guess I'm probably annoyingly particular about things. Everything, probably. Whether it's where my clothes are, where I don't know. There's something about like the things that I own that I like to make sure I know where it all is all the time, and it can. Josh is just like, dude, relax about where those socks are gonna be. They're gonna be right there when you come. Like when I change for a show, I'm very particular about where I put the clothes that I take off, and I put them somewhere and I place them where they're supposed to be and fold them and then if they get moved when I come back, I get mad about it. Did I just make that? Is that real? Have you noticed that?
I
Is
think,
that something
yeah, I
in my
think you're the
head?
most particular person I've ever met, which is not a bad thing.
I mean, it can be pretty bad.
It just depends on the situation. But most of the time, I think it's good. I'm particular as well, but that
I
particular.
I hate how encouraging Josh is all the time.
I'm gonna work on
Thanks.
that. You idiot.
Hey guys, that's gonna wrap up the Q&A. We're gonna do some pictures in a bit, but how about a round of applause?